Now it's time to make the guide bar brackets that we bored last time here. It's time to cut this block now. I'll cut it down across here, and then I'll need to cut this direction here as well. Let's see, this one. That should work. Okay, the next part now would be to cut this down the center here so that I have two separate pieces here and here, and this will go, one side will go across like this and the other one will go like that. But that brings me to a point here. If I bored this off center of the workpiece this way, one way or the other, which it might be a little bit here, but if that would be off center in some way, then I would have to register this so that it lines up on the same axes whenever I go to assemble it onto the workpiece here. When this gets assembled on here like this here side right here that's facing that direction on the opposite one, this side has to face the same direction going on the other side here. So what that means is I have to reference one side here for both these pieces, and then whenever I go to put this on here and I go to do my drilling for the holes, the mounting holes, I have to more or less book match this. I have to make this corner here match into this corner here after I cut this, so that they both have the same reference going in the same direction. And that's only because we're taking into account this in case this is bored off center of the width of this here. We don't want one flipped one way and the other flipped the other way. So that's why I have to do this way. I have to make a reference mark, and then I will cut this, and then I will work from that reference mark in doing the drillings and things from that part. Alrighty. Okay, there's my two references. So on this side, corner to corner, when I get that cut this way, they'll fold this way here, and then get drilled on these sides here. Alrighty, that's going to work out nice. Alright, over to the saw we go. On my bandsaw, I cut a little bit crooked. The bandsaw, which is understandable. So one's a little bit higher than the other, but that's okay because the one side's going to need a little bit more material on it anyhow, because I'm going to use, I'm going to be putting a bar on here that I can use to clamp onto the guide bar whenever I go for depth of cut. So I can use that on the right hand side there. But now here's what we have here. I got all milled down both sides. Here's the references right here. There's two references. So now because the references are that way, they can go right together with each other like that, and that means everything now will line up on center. The center of this is on center of that on the same plane, because there's my two references. And the bushings can go in like that. I think I'm going to leave the bushings the same height. I'm going to just what I'm going to be doing is put a little bit of glue in there, but I'm also going to put a set screw in here to hold these bushings in place as well. Now, I think I might just keep the bushings up high like that there to give myself more support on the guide bars. We'll see. I won't know until I actually start getting into the project more, but as of right now, I think I might do that, give myself more support. Okay, so the next thing to do now would be to reference off these reference marks here and get ready to do some of the drilling now for the mounting holes that will go on each end of this here. Also, I have to put this on my rotary table to cut this curvature again, just like I did over here on the other video where I made that curvature cut on the rotary table. I'll have to do the same thing again, probably on the rotary table again. I'll probably be setting that up, each one of these, and cutting that curvature. And that'll be coming up next. Something like that. Okay, let's do some rotary table work. Exactly 1/8 of an inch. I did a little pre-measurements here to find out how much this here bore was off center here a little bit. Did a little bit of math, and then I compensated for it. So I came out with about 0.489 off of the reference surface. Would give me the center of the bores themselves. Here's my reference surface. Also put a reference mark on the sides now too, because I'm going to be losing that reference mark on the front. So I had to put on the sides. This line should establish the center of the bores, not the center of the workpiece, but the center of the bores, because that's more important, to get the center of the bores for the screws that will come through for the and also for the center of the radius cut that we're going to be doing on the rotary table. It's going crooked because the drill is went in crooked. So I had to get it underneath the quill here on the angle. But that should be okay for holding in wood. I can always straighten this up since it's only wood. There you go, straighten up pretty good. That just might work. I like working with wood jigs, fixtures, a lot cheaper than using metal all the time. Let's see if that works. Then I can glue stuff on the side here as need be to make the, just gets it in position here. Yep, I think it's going to work. Oh yeah, I think that's going to work fine. Alright. Okay, I got the fence right here. That would be my reference here. This line right here is the center of the rotary table. That reference line there. And this line right here is where my workpiece would go to. Then I have my reference line that I drew on these workpieces. As long as I keep the reference mark here against the fence here, which is all referenced there. Bring my line up to this line here. And everything lines up nice here. So the center of the bore now is in the center of the rotary table, according to that line set up there, tight against this fence here. And it looks like that's going to work okay to tighten this up. Make sure to my line here. Puts me there, and let's give this a try. Let's see what we got here. Go and tighten this. I may have to, that's tightened up pretty good. I may have to put a block here yet. I'm not sure yet. It depends on how that moves when I start machining. But right now I can feel that tighten up really good. That's tightened up really nice. We're nice and tight against the block here. I'm up to my reference line here, and my center bore reference line is right on the center line here. So everything's lined up there. Nothing moving. Okay, let's give this a try. Yeah, I'll get an end mill here with a nice long reach. Yeah, it's a nice long reach there to reach all that. Okay, so now what I need to do is, my workpiece is 3 inches diameter here. And so I'm going to be moving that half the radius, half the diameter, which would be the radius. So I'll move my x-axis now over 1.5 inches, and that should take me to the top of the workpiece here, where I marked off that line, that arc that I described off of this. So let's go ahead and move this over 1.5 inches now. So I have to go this direction, so I have to put my gauge all the way this way. And let's move this now, that 1.5 inches. Y-axis is tight. Loosen the X. Let's go 1.5 inches now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15 inch and a half. Now let's see where that brings us out to. See how close we come to our line. Now I got to compensate for the half. Okay, I'm right on center, which makes sense because my spindle was on center of the rotary table. I got to come over half the distance now of the diameter of the bit here, and I think that's 3/8. Yeah, 3/8 bit. So I gotta come over 3/16 back this way, 3/16 now. 188, 100, 50, 60, 70, 85, 86, 87 and a half. There it is, it's right on the line. Right where I want it. Right on the line. Alright, that's going to work. Alright, so we're on the line here now nicely. And all we're doing is we just turn the rotary table, and now get to that edge there, and to that edge there, and that will give us our arc for the workpiece here to fit right in there. Alrighty, let's do this. Climb cutting. About 5 hours the time we get started. Okay, it's holding good. Got a little fall and do here. Okay, it fits nice. That'll work.